So, back here with another YouTube video. Today, this one is a voiceover on my weighted pull-up day from today, which is Friday. I always start with warming up the scaps, doing a little bit of a dead hang, doing some scap pulls here, just pulling through the scapula, through the shoulder only, trying to keep my arms as straight as possible, getting the blood flow to the shoulders and the scaps, preparing them for the weighted pull-ups. Unfortunately, this is going to have to be a full voiceover video because there's music playing at the gym. So you're going to have to listen to my lovely voice for 7.5 minutes. I usually do 2 sets of these. There's no real set amount of reps I do. I just do as many as I feel like I need to do, and then that's it. Next, moving on to 2 sets of bodyweight pull-ups. I'm trying to do these as explosive as possible, really focusing on pulling my chest to the bar and activating my back and everything, preparing it for the weighted pull-ups. Like I said, 2 sets of these, and my rep scheme for my working sets and my pull-ups is 3x6. So I try to do at least half the amount of reps that I would usually do in my working set during my warm-up sets. So after those bodyweight sets, I do 2 sets of 3 of 45-pound pulls, just a plate, just 45 pounds. Then after that, I move on to 70 pounds, a plate, and a 25. And I only do 1 set of that. Now for my working sets, I'm working with 75 pounds, 3x6. So a lot of people, well, I guess I shouldn't say a lot of people, but some people prefer to start with their heaviest sets and then work down. I personally have always found it better for myself to climb the ladder, so to speak, which is why I go from 45 to 70 to 75 as my working sets. And I keep that same scheme with any weight that goes above. So really, like, any working sets that I do my warm-up sets as like increments leading up to my first working set weight. So since I stay at the same set or same weight, I use the same weight for my warm-ups. But this is the last set of my working sets. And too bad the audio is muted, because on this last rep here, I literally let out the craziest guttural yell to get that weight up, but I only got like 5.5 reps instead of 6. So I did 2 exercises. After the weighted pull-ups, I tried to do some muscle-ups, but literally the feeling I felt in my forearms could only be described as shin splints, but in my forearm bones. So I think I was just putting too much force on my forearms there with muscle-ups. But I've been reading up a lot on like rib cage expansion and stuff like that to like grow your frame. I'm not a super scientific guy or like an expert on the matter. I just figured I would try some of these breathing pullovers, as they call them, And I think I'm going to start incorporating these into my weighted pull-up days at the end, just because even if like the whole rib cage expansion thing to grow your frame isn't necessarily true, it is still a good like lat exercise, and the movement that you're doing with the pullovers really translates into a lot of movements for calisthenics like front lever and muscle up. So, but I've just been feeling like I've been kind of small, but not because like, it's hard to explain. I've been feeling almost like shrunk, almost like I have bad posture, and it's causing me to like kind of stand in like a wilted way, if that makes sense. So I thought doing some of these breathing pullovers would help with that, you know, fix my posture and whatnot. Now I know that's not exactly what they are for, but again, figured I'd try them, and they just seem like a good exercise all around for overall strength as well as lat specific strength. So I was checking my form after every set and recording a new video for every set. So hopefully as the video has gone on, you've seen my form kind of improve here. The whole point is to like breathe in as you lower the weight and drop your hips, and then as you bring the weight up, exhale and do almost kind of like a hip thrust. But I noticed my form improving, and I was feeling like a really good stretch throughout my chest and my core too, actually, with these. So I kept doing them for about 4 sets, and that was the end of my workout for today. Gonna hit the last rep here, and then we're out of there. So, thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow.